Hi guys, so I was gonna wait on this, but I got a really positive feedback from a Facebook status I posted bringing up the fact that I was starting this channel, so I couldn't wait to get started. It's the middle of the night. Well, not the middle of the night. It's like 9. I should be getting ready for bed, but instead I'm gonna put on makeup. So this is going to be my super easy going out, you know, no muss, no fuss, but you still look good makeup. So the first thing you'd want to do is moisturize. If it was during the day, I would put on something with a little bit of sunscreen, but since I'm going to bed, I'm actually going to use my Neutrogena Tone Repair. And I'm using this because I'm trying to get rid of, see all these spots? These aren't acne, they're scars from my acne. So I've been using a lot of different products lately, which now I probably never know what works and what doesn't, to try and get rid of it. So a couple pumps of that, and I'm going to put that on my face. And you want to let it dry for a little bit. So while that is drying, I'm also going to put in my brow gel because my brows are pretty full. So for a low maintenance look, I'm not really going to fill them in because there's not a lot of difference. If you have really sparse eyebrows, or if you're just somebody who's really picky about your eyebrows, fill them in. But for me, I just, sorry, I'm trying to get in the mirror and in the camera, brush them up and then go down to kind of give them a good shape. All right, so while this is still drying, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes because I like to do my foundation last in case anything fall out from my eyeshadow, little whatever. I want to be able to clean it up. So let me grab my eyeshadow real quick. I'm back. Okay, so this is super easy. I'm just going to use a blending brush. This is a Sigma E35, and I'm going to take a lid colored shade like this. It's just skin tone colored. I'm going to put it all over my lids to get rid of any discoloration. And this is also going to mattify you if you're at all oily, which I'm not super oily, but I'm oily enough. And I know the lighting's a little weird. We only have lights on one side of our bathroom, and right now that's where all my makeup is, and you know, I just needed to do it in here today. But eventually I will get set up so I don't have to do it in the bathroom, hopefully. Easy as that. Now you can take this, wipe it off on any sort of washcloth. I keep like a little rag next to me, and just wipe off my brush until you can't see any more color. And now you want to go in with a light to medium brown shade depending on your preference. I'm going to do something like that. Or another good one, if you want to do a darker shade, would be a little bit of that one. But just any shade that's a little darker than your skin tone, but something that's not like dark brown. And so you want to take this and go in your crease. So start on your outside and just wash your motions in your crease. You want to start on your outside because wherever you put your brush first is where the most product goes. So I'm actually mixing my two brown colors because I think it might be easier for you guys to see. If I use that really light brown, I'm not sure you guys will be able to see it. So again, outside and then just wash your motion. And all this is doing is adding depth to your eye, making it so that you don't look like you're wearing makeup, but your eyes still have definition. All right, so that is all you gotta do for eyeshadow. Easy peasy. So now what you wanna do is you want to take a nude, or if you have it white, just any light based eyeliner and line your inner rims. This is gonna make you look awake, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, you know, all those little colloquialisms. So just inner rim gently. This is actually really nice. This is L'Oreal Double Extend Eye Illuminator. It's got a green side because I have green eyes, and then just this nudie side. I don't know how easy for it is for you guys to see, but look how it just makes my eyes look bigger and brighter. So after this mascara, you're done with your eyes. So curler. Never hurt anybody except for everybody because you pinch your eyelids. Anyway, go in with your curler, get as close to your lash line as you can, hold it down for about 10 seconds, give it a little pulse, and then take your favorite mascara. Today, I'm going to use Tarte Lights Caramel Lashes. It's kind of expensive, but I'm kind of picky about how I like my mascara. I really want it to separate my lashes while still lengthening them. Sorry, it's kind of hard to talk and do mascara. And I'm probably making a super cute face. And I feel like this and Almay's Get Up and Grow do the best job of being both volumizing and lengthening while not clumping my eyelashes. I hate that like 3 eyelash look. I know it's easier to see the lashes when they do that, but I just don't like how it looks. So there, see how much nicer this side looks than this side? Just mascara. If you can do nothing else, put on some mascara and it'll just wake you up. So I'm gonna do the other side and also the bottoms. All right, eyes are done. Now that our lashes are done, we can actually do our face. So what I recommend for kind of an effortless look is not to use a liquid foundation. Most people, skin not bad enough for that if you're just kind of trying to do a quick thing. So what I do is I conceal my big spots, these scars, and kind of any pimples that just aren't going away. And I do 2 things. Conceal the pimples, under eye circles. Because as soon as you brighten up under here, you're gonna look 10 times better. So for my pimples, I use Neutrogena Neutrogena Skin Clearing Micro Clear Technology Blemish Concealer. It's got salicylic acid in it, so I don't feel really bad when I put it on my acne. And then under my eyes, I've got Revon Age Defy. It's kind of weird. It actually burns when I put it on. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but it does kind of make me feel like maybe it's doing something because it's burning. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I just put a couple dollops underneath my eyes. And then what I do for a very effortless look, because we're not trying to look like we got shellac underneath our eyes, take a blending brush. This is E40 Sigma, and just blend it out with a blending brush, and it's going to be a lot more diffused because, to be honest, a lot of it's going to end up on your brush, but a lot of it is not going to end up eyelash looking cakey. So other side. And I've got some pretty heavy dark circles. I don't know if you can tell. I did not have a good night last night, so this is gonna really help brighten me up. Again, I don't know if you can tell. So that's done. Now, this is really cool because it's also got like a little felt tip, so you don't really even need to use a brush if you don't want to. Just click it up a couple times. Put a couple on any little whatever you're trying to conceal, just the major stuff, which I kind of have a lot of. And then you can kind of use this tip. It does a really good job of blending out, surprisingly, for some cheapo little plastic thing. Now, you can still see my spots. I know you can still see them. I can still see them. This isn't about looking like you're a porcelain doll. This is about looking fresh. This is about looking clean. This is about not looking so dang haggard. So, I think I got most of my major spots. And then after that, you have 2 options. You can use a powder foundation, which is what I'm gonna do, or you can just use like a pressed powder to get rid of your shine. Because anytime you put on lotion, you're probably gonna be a little shiny. So even if you weren't planning on doing foundation, you might have to do some powder. So I am going to, where's my powder brush? Use my e.l.f. powder brush. This is really good at giving coverage. What I'm using is NYX Stay Matte Not Flat Powder Foundation, and I'm in shade 02 Nude. It's very, very yellow toned. I can only wear this if I wear a foundation that's too pink toned for me or by itself, because if I put this on top of a yellow foundation, I'm gonna look like I have jaundice, and that's no laughing matter. So swirl it around, get you a little powder, powder underneath your eyes, powder all that concealer into place so it doesn't go anywhere. All right, and this is getting rid of all that shine from your lotion, and it's giving you a little bit of coverage to even out that skin tone. My neck is always a weird, like, translucent shade, so I always go down my neck because I am not a fan of the face one color, neck one color. So you want to get your ears too. Like, my ears are really pinky, so when I do that, they actually match my face again. You don't want to get too much powder on, otherwise you're gonna start looking cakey, girl. All right, so now we're fresh faced, we're shine free, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So now from here, this is where you get to choose what you want to do. I really like contouring. I think it gives my face a lot of shape. So even if I'm not going to do anything else, I like to contour. And so I'm just going to use a really light contour. I'm going to use NYX NYC Sunny Bronzer and my Real Techniques blush brush because it's so big and diffuse. You're not going to get like that caved in line. You're gonna get a nice soft bronzed contour, but that's where you also don't want to use a lot. You don't want to look like you got a bunch of fake bronzer all over your face. So swirl it around, suck in your cheeks, and go along that bone, along your cheekbone. I always feel silly doing this face, but then Ken pops in and tells me how adorable it is, so maybe you should try it on your boyfriend. Apparently it works on mine. You also, if you're trying to cover up a double chin like me, always come down here because you're casting shadows. Nobody's gonna know that it's darker, but light's not gonna bounce off of it as much. So now I'm contoured. I also really like to do a highlight. I've got pigmentation on my cheeks from all my acne, so I can skip the blush. But I like adding a little bit of highlighter because with something so, dropping brushes. With something so light, this is a Fergie Shimmer, whatever, I don't know what it's called, Shimmer Palette, whatever. It's gonna add just a little bit of glow right here, so it's a little something to your face without it looking like there's something on your face, because this is really subtle. So I'm gonna take that. Whew. Wow, I bought this Saturday. It just came out of its pan already. And I don't even think I dropped it. There's a reason Wet n Wild's cheap. It's good stuff, but the packaging's not always the best. Anyway, so I'm gonna go take a really thin brush. Something like this. This is an e.l.f. blush brush. Sweep it over the top. Just get a little bit on there. See how it gave me just a little bit of glow on the top of my cheeks? It is not a lot, but it's just enough. So do that down the nose for a little definition. You can even pop it on top of your Cupid's bow to make your lips look a little fuller. And that's all you're doing with that. And now if you want to do a quick blush, you can, to give yourself some color if you're feeling a little washed out from all the powder. I've got my Physicians Formula blush right here in Blushing Berry. This stuff is really pigmented. I'm seriously gonna swipe once and that's gonna be enough. I'm not putting on very much. You're barely even gonna be able to tell I'm wearing blush. But it is gonna give you that color back to your face. And last but not least, you wanna put something moisturizing and shiny on your lips. You can also do like one of these chubby sticks, easy to throw in your pocket and touch up. So I think I'm gonna do this just because, like I said, it's so easy. And they're really moisturizing. You don't have to worry about liner. You don't have to worry about gloss because it's got its own shine. And you're done. And this took me forever because I was talking through it. If you were just doing this, it would probably take you 5 or 10 minutes. And so this is my quick and easy, fresh face, out the door, ready to go makeup. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.